Hello everyone, this is Sloth from Slothnmoose yet again with another Starcraft 2 commentary, and Moose is not going to be with me again today, and this is also another one of my gameplays. So let me deal with the volume here for a second. It's really hard to cast these games without volume, but there you go. But this game is going to be on this map. Shakira's Plateau, maybe? Shakira's? I don't remember. But my opponent today is going to be Take a Zudi. Maybe that's supposed to sound dirty or something if you say it really fast, so y'all can tell me in the comments if it did. I didn't really catch anything. But I do like this map for Zerg. Really narrow ramp right here. I mean, it's good for Protoss and Terran too because it's easy to wall off, but I like the natural expansion. They have to tear down these rocks before they can get to it. And honestly, guys, if you're a Zerg player in, say, gold, silver, bronze, you're not going to have to worry too much about having to take a third or a fourth. Or so, that's what I've noticed. So all you really got to worry about is, most of the time, is 2 base, unless you're playing against a greater player. And once you start playing against players like that, hopefully your game skill will be up high enough to where you can support 3-4 bases at a time and be able to manage that. So I will be getting the 15 hatch just because this natural is so safe. It looks like he's doing the typical Terran wall-off, supply depot, barracks, and after that barracks get done, he probably will build another supply depot. A lot of low-level players like to do this against Zerg because a lot of low-level Zerg like to Zerg rush. So I do send this Overlord for a decent placement right here, and I think he does eventually maybe spot something right here, but honestly, this was kind of a blind game for me, and I apologize for my phone going off, but it did. Sorry about that. It was Kayla, if y'all watched commentaries with me and my girlfriend doing them, and she is very, very hot, as her voice indicates, but y'all probably don't believe me. Y'all probably believe I'm ugly, but that's okay. I am fat and ugly and sit in a chair all day, and I look like the guy from South Park that plays World of Warcraft. Y'all know that episode? I'm sure you do if you're watching Starcraft commentary. Man, I'm just stereotyping people. I apologize. But I did play this game blindly. I did no scouting this game. I am going against a low-level Terran, so low-level Terran, you can pretty much assume that they're going to go bio, just straight bio, honestly. We do have the 2 barracks down. I had no vision of this or anything. He has stopped producing SCVs, which is probably a problem. That's not something you want to do, especially as a Terran player. I mean, well, then again, you can use a mule, which is like 6 SCVs in one, so I guess it's no big deal. So what I was saying before, you can pretty much assume that the low-level Terran players are going to go Marine Marauder, and maybe eventually Medvac. So that was my game plan in this. I didn't feel like scouting. Sometimes you just get lazy, and that takes some of your attention, but, you know, what can you do? So I do decide to throw down a Baneling's Nest just because I expect some early Marine pressure, and Banelings, you can get 5 or 6 Banelings and hold off whatever Marine push comes toward you, probably in the first 8-9 minutes of the game, which is just so, gives you a sense of really, I don't know how to explain that. It gives you a sense of security. Yeah, that's, wow, why was that so hard for me to think of? It gives me a sense of security to where I don't have to really worry about anything. But I do have my second up. I did get that queen out of my second as soon as I got that 150 minerals. I am starting to spread creep. I want to connect my main and my natural. So, the best thing to go with your spawning pool, with your Zergling and Baneling is, of course, mutas. So it's a really standard. Normally with Zerg you have 2 main builds, and if you don't know these, you probably should listen up. And if you do know these, I probably sound stupid because I'm explaining them wrong or something. So, 2 main builds of Zerg really is the Roach Hydra build, which is a lot more standard than Mutaling, but Mutaling is probably my favorite build, especially with Banelings. Banelings are one of the funnest units in the game to use, I think. I never used to use Banelings back when me and Moose started playing 2v2s. and I started playing Zerg, I used to never use banelings, and it was a big mistake. But here lately, I've been using banelings a lot more, and they are very good. So, you should see me morph these Zerglings, there they go probably right now, into banelings. So, just because if he pushes up this ramp right here, boom, there goes all your Marines. They're gone. So, started spreading creep with this queen as well. I want to get as much creep spread as possible. Creep is so good, and more players need to keep using it and using it. I am droning up pretty hard. See the production tab. Well, speak of the devil. I'm not. That's not speak the devil. I apologize for my ignorance, but I will be droning up pretty hard. There we go. That helped me out a little bit. 8 more drones being created right now. And not really getting any more units right now, simply because I feel so safe with these banelings. Even if he has marauders mixed in, this is quite a lot of banelings. It's 8, 9, 10 banelings, which just do so much damage. What do they do damage? They do 35 damage versus light, which is just ridiculous. And even 25 versus regular. And it looks like he is doing that early Marine Marauder pressure, so he's going to have quite a bit of Marines and 7 or 8 Marauders. He apparently did get some more SCVs. He's not training them still, but honestly, as a Terran player, any player, you honestly almost always need to be making SCVs, probes, or drones. The main thing with mine is, while I'm not constantly doing it, is because I can make 7 or 8 at once. You see my natural is almost fully saturated. My main is pretty decent, and I'm just fine. So I do see this Marine Marauder ball. He does stem up prematurely, so I do run back a little bit. I don't want to get into that funnel right there. And I do move up right here, and he does try and micro back. He does a pretty decent job right there microing. Tunneling claw, not tunneling claws. Something fugal. What is it? Let me look at it. Centrifugal hooks would help me out very much right there. But I do hold this back. There goes all the Marines with 1 baneling bust, which is just, oh, it's sexy. It really is sexy. So I've got a decent army left compared to this. This is going to be just fine, especially since I'm morphing in more banelings. So I'm going to be just fine right here. I do have my lair now, if y'all didn't notice that. And my spire should be going down pretty soon. But I do have a lot more banelings going in, and few more Zerglings are coming out. And these Zerglings, if he goes more heavy on the Marauders, the Zerglings are going to counter it. If he goes more heavy on the Marines, the banelings are just going to annihilate them. So I'm in a really comfortable position right now. I'm doing a decent job of spreading creep. I'm spreading creep this way. I kept spreading out. I'm spreading up to here. I've got another one right here. I'm just going to keep expanding this way. I don't go up this ramp, which is what I should have, but he did send all of his units up here to this watchtower just in case I decided to move out. My spire is finally going down, and I am getting centrifugal hooks, so these little suckers can become roly-polies. And I don't know if some of you guys are watching and wondering why this why this video quality is not near as good as a lot of our videos. It's because it's not on Moose's computer, and my computer sucks. So I am getting a new desktop pretty soon. I might just buy it around Christmas time when I have some free time. I got to look for them online, try and find a good one, but then again, I want a reasonable price. So yeah, I will have really beautiful HD quality in my videos here in the next 2 or 3 months. So he does have a decent Marine Marauder ball. You see he did decide to go a little bit heavier on the Marauders, and it looks like he's going to come back here and try and break down these back rocks and attack my natural right here. But honestly, right here, it's not going to matter too much. He tried to push in my front door, and he got held off. I don't understand what the difference would be. He could, if he did like a surprise attack and sniped his hatchery real quick and then ran out with stem, I could understand why he would want to do that. But right now, I don't know what he really could have done to change the pace of the game. He did get his expansion finally, but he just really doesn't have the saturation on his main he needs to be able to transfer. So he is getting a reactor right here on his factory, and I assume he's probably going to hot swap these and start getting medvacs out to support all these stemmed up units. For some reason he stemmed right there. I'm not sure why. But I did see all these units, and I brought them all down, so I decided to attack, and I apologize if it's lagging, because it probably is. But yeah, I have crap graphics card, but oh well. So I get a decent surround with my Zerglings on the front, and all my banelings explode, and I think I eventually pull back right here because I was just getting too overextended. So I do pull back right here. I did that last commentary. I apologize. Chat. Oh, I'm doing a decent job right now. Finally do have some mutas on the field, and that's just gonna put the nail in the coffin, nail in the head, hit the nail in the head, something like that. I do start spreading creep this way eventually, I think. Yeah, I should eventually. Creep shred's still going. This one, I think gets sniped. No? Okay. Well, but this is really all he has right now. He's still producing a couple of Marauders and Marines, and he's going to maybe get a few medvacs out. But at this point, I'm just going to be able to pump out a lot of mutas. And at this point, I'm also sending my mutas across the map. So I can expect one more desperation push, and honestly, I have enough lings right here and enough lings and banglings right here to hold off this Marine Marauder ball right here. So these here, I sound like a redneck. Probably sound like a redneck all the time. These Mutalisks right here are going to be attacking in his main as I go to attack his regular unit. So pretty good muta right there. Getting the first muta upgrade, attack upgrade. I'm not as deep into this game to know if it's better to get the the armor or the ground flyer carapace level 1 or the flyer attacks level 1. I'm not really that deep into this game to know which one would be better against Terran, but I usually just get the attack level 1. Well, actually, it'd be better. I think it's better to get armor versus other Mutalisks. So he does stem up in here. That was a little premature, and I'm doing all right. He's having a micro back, and as long as he's microing back, those lings are just going to get free shots on those units until he turns around, and he just keeps stemming up. So it's just screwing him over right now. And I forgot I had all these units, so I'll bring them down here, and it's just too many Zerglings for all these Marauders. They're just not good enough. They don't do enough damage. They don't attack fast enough. And at the same time, I have my mutas in his main, just attacking random stuff. And this is really just picking off his reinforcing units. This is all he has left. This is what I have left, and I can just produce so many more units than him off of these 2 bases. As soon as these larvae hatch, I can produce 8, 10 units at a time. So do run up in here, take these guys out, and he should GG rather soon. But yeah, guys, really hope y'all enjoyed watching this commentary in this game. It was fun for me to play. I've been doing a lot better lately. I've won like my past five games. I think I'm on like a 5-game winning streak. So I'm probably going to go and try and win a few more, maybe cast a couple more. But appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next time.